Good day, dear students. Today our lesson is devoted to the political system of Great Britain. As we learn the British English, and we will have to have enough information about this country, about the history and traditions and the culture and even the political system. I am Alimova Х.Р. I am here because I love to give presentation. You can find me at the following address. Now let's get started. Let's look through the basic structure of this country, of the government. As you know, the Great Britain is a constitutional monarchy. The head of the country is a monarch, and it has three branches: legislative, executive, and judiciary. Let's look through all the branches thoroughly. Legislative, it is the parliament. It has two houses: House of Commons and House of Lords. The next branch is executive: Prime Minister, Cabinet, and the ministers, Cabinet of Ministers. They are political and non-political. And judiciary branch, it's also non-political. It is House of Lords and Court of Appeal. And the system of the government is representative democracy, and also known as a parliamentary democracy. As you know, as I mentioned above, monarch is a constitutional monarch. The sovereign personifies the state and is in law an integral part of the legislature, head of the executive, head of the judiciary, and the commander-in-chief of all armed forces of the crown. And here is a Queen Elizabeth II. She is the monarch. Her real name is Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor. She was born in 1926 in London on the 21st of April. She has 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter. What is the function of the Queen? Mostly she is just represent the representative functions. She signed bill passed by Parliament into law, as she is the head of state of and of the basis law, and the head of the executive, head of the judiciary, and chief of the king's force, and head of the English church. And as I told you, the legislative power is headed by the parliament. It has 3 main functions: to examine proposals for new laws, to scrutinize the government policy and administration, and to debate the major issues of the day. This is the function of the parliament. There are 2 houses: House of Commons, it is a lower house, democratically elected body, and 646 members. These members are elected and represent the electoral district known as a constituency, and the annual salary of each member is £59,000. The next house is House of Lords. It's upper house, or the second chamber. Act as a check on the House of Commons. It has 730 members and 4 different types of lords. They are life peers, law lords, bishops, archbishops, and hereditary peers. As you know, the central government operates at the national level, which is located in London. The duration of 5 years, the general election can be held for a new House of Commons. It means the members of the House of Commons are elected, but the members of House of Lords are not elected. They inherited their places, from their life peers. And the rule includes signing treaties, making laws, defending the nation. Legislature. Parliament is the highest legislative authority in the United Kingdom. The institution is responsible for making and repealing the UK law. It is also known as a legislature. It consists of 3 constituent parts: House of Commons, House of Lords, and the Crown. As you know, they don't have a written constitution, they have unwritten constitution. And the next branch is executive branch. Executive branch is headed by the Prime Minister and ministers, or the secretaries of state. They are about 25. All MPs from cabinet, also junior ministers, are the executive of this country. Civil service is non-political. They are permanent officially employed by government, advise ministers and implement policy. Top officials popularly known as the mandarins, but accountable to parliament. The cabinet. This cabinet meets weekly at number 10 Downing Street. It is a residence of the Prime Minister. For example, collects the responsibility of resignation of former Foreign Secretary Robin Cook. Generalists rather than specialists. They are 22. They are large by international standards. Ministers are responsible for their particular department, and they have opposition, a shadow cabinet. Judiciary is also non-political. It is headed by Lord Chancellor, a leading law lord appointed by the Prime Minister. House of Lords is the highest court, will be replaced by the Supreme Court, and there won't be Lord Chancellor in the near future. And all this part of the constitutional reform promised by Labour government nowadays. Look, here is a slide about the Windsor Castle and Buckingham Palace. This is residence, official residence of the royal family and the monarch, and this is also their castle. And the parties. There are three parties: Labour Party, Conservative Party, and Liberal Democrats. They emerged in the end of the 19th century. The second party was at the in the 18th century, and the Liberal Democrats formed in the late 80s. The leaders and the famous leaders of the Labour Party, the leader Tony Blair. Conservative Party is leader or deposed by Margaret Thatcher. She was a leader in 1990. And you know, the Conservative Party is popular among all the people. Thank you very much. The lesson is over. If you have any questions, you can contact me. Here is the address for you. Now you have enough information about the political system of Great Britain.